शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। शैलेशदयापात्रं जीवत्यादिगुणार्णवं यतीन्द्रं प्रवणं वन्दे रम्यकामातरं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामः अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमक्षरपदाम्बुजयुग्मव्यामोहरसरितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजचरणं प्रपद्ये माता पिता युवदेशयानुभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन आद्यक्षणं प्रपदे विरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगं प्रणमाभिमूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्चमदात्मयपट्टनाद श्रीपतिसारकुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्गिरेणु परकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्समासुतमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे हरिशङ्करं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं बाणदेवमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शतानमामि उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धोस्सलिलं यशोकवन्दिं जनकात्मजायाः आदाय तेनैव तथा पारिजातकरमूलवासिनं भावयामि भवमानन्दं रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं भाष्पवारि कल्पूतलोचनं मारुतिं नन्दराक्षसान्तकं वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेदसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणार्थना श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने स्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं विद्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादितं रामं भजे श्यामलम्। गुरु इति शब्दः भारतीयसंस्कृतेः बहु प्राधान्यपदः। गु इति पदस्य अर्थः अन्धकारः। गुरु तत् निरोधकः। अंधकार निरोधित्वात् गुरुनित्यमधीयते। अस्माकं जीवनानाम् आजीवनान्तं गुरवः आवश्यकाः। तत् माता भवेत्, पिता भवेत्, कश्चित् मित्रः भवेत्, अध्यापकः, आचार्यः इत्यादि। महर्षि दत्तात्रेयस्य 24 गुरवः सन्ति इति मन्यते। इदं विषये महात्मा कबीरदासः लिखति गुरु गोविंद दो खड़े काके नामो पाए बलिहारी गुरु आपते गोविंद दियो बताए। दोहस्य भावार्थः मम पुरतः गुरु तथा ईश्वरः भवति। तस्य पादवन्दनं प्रथमं करणीयम्। येन सहैव साक्षात् ईश्वरः मम पुरतः आगच्छति तस्य पादवन्दनं प्रथमं करिष्यामि। ईश्वरः परमात्मा, सर्वे जीवात्मा। रामः शस्त्रेण सह अवतारितः, गुरुः शास्त्रेण सह अवतारितः। गुरु ईश्वरस्य तत् अवतारः यत् जीवात्मा परमात्मा मध्ये सेतुः अस्ति। गुरु इज that person who is the bridge between you and परमात्मा। शबरी गुरु सेवायाः प्रमुख उदाहरणं भवति। सर्वे रामं प्रति गच्छति ननु रामः शबरीं शबरीमिति शबरीं गच्छति। शबर्याः विस्तारः तथा तदनन्तरं किष्किन्धकाण्डे के के सन्ति यथाशक्ति पश्यामः। प्रारम्भं कृत्वैव मुदकं तस्मै प्रस्थितौ रामलक्ष्मणौ अवेक्षन्तौ वने सीतां पश्चिमां जग्मतर्दिशम्। इदानीं जटायोः अन्तिमसंस्कारं कृत्वा रामः पश्चिमदिशायां गच्छति। तत्र वयोमुखी नाम राक्षसी आगच्छति। लक्ष्मणं दृष्ट्वा वदति मया सह रमस्व इति. So Ayomukhi is a Rakshasi who just after Jatayu's final rites are done, she comes and she sees Lakshmana and she is enamored by Lakshmana's beauty and asks Lakshmana if he will marry her. अहं तु अयोमुखी नाम दत्ताते त्वमसि प्रियः नाथपर्वतकूटेषु नदीनां कुलीनेषु च आयुष्यमिमं वीरं त्वं मया सरंस्यसि. शूर्पणखापि राक्षसी अयोमुखी अपि राक्षसी. शूर्पणखापि लक्ष्मणं प्रति वदति अहं मम सह विवाहं करोतु, मया सह विवाहं करोतु. अयोमुखी अपि वदति मया सह विवाहं करोतु. लक्ष्मणं शूर्पणखायाः नास कर्ण कृन्दति. अत्रापि लक्ष्मणः अयोमुख्याः कर्णनाशं कर्तयति. एवम् उक्तस्तु कुपितः खड्गमुद्धृत्य लक्ष्मणः कर्णनाशस्थलं तस्य निजकर्तारि सूदनः. So Shurpanakha is also a Rakshasi. Ayomukhi is also a Rakshasi. Shurpanakha also asked Lakshmana, will you marry me? Ayomukhi is also asking Lakshmana, will you marry me? Lakshmana cuts Shurpanakha's ears and nose. Here also he goes a step further and he cuts the breasts as well. Agre uvayoh punargachatah. तयोरन्वेषतोरेवं सर्वं तद्वनमोजसा संजज्ञे विपुलः शब्दो प्रपञ्चतीव तद्वनम्. Just as they are going further, they hear a loud sound. Shabdam Shruva, they are searching who is doing this. Akshayantam Mahagora वृक्षसिंह मृगद्विपान् घोरौ द्रुजौ विकुर्वाणप्रभौ योजनम् आयतन्. So here Valmiki describes the dimensions of this Rakshasa. He has yojana long arms. The definition of yojana is how long a bullock cart can travel from sunrise to sunset. So you can imagine the scale. And in those days, in fact, in Balakandam we can see a description for Ayodhya's sizes. Ayata Dalachatvecha Yojanani Mahapri Srimati Tridi Vistirna Suvibhakta Mahapata. So Ayodhya is described as a city, a rectangular city with 12 yojanas long, 3 yojanas. Given the context that 1 yojana is how much a bullock cart can travel from sunrise to sunset, Ayodhya is very big. So, अत्रापि सर्वे जनाः रामायणे रामस्य सौन्दर्यं वर्णयति. तर्हि मानवः, राक्षसः, देवताः सर्वे वर्णयन्ति. कौयुवां वृषभस्कन्धौ महाखड्गधनुर्धरौ घोरं देशमिमं प्राप्तौ मम भक्षा उपस्थितौ. So he wants to eat them, but before eating them he is telling how beautiful they are. They have shoulders that are like a bull. Vrishabhaskandau Mahakhadgadhanurdarau, great wielders of the sword and bow and arrow. Tadanantaram he is just about to eat them when Ramaha tasya bahu chindam karoti. Dakshino dakshinam bahu masaktam asina tataha chichedam rama vegena sabya veerastu Lakshmana. With the help of Lakshmana cuts the left hand, Rama cuts the right hand. Because it's only with the help of the hands that he is eating all the animals. तदनन्तरं कबन्धः वदति कौयुवां वदति. रामः वदति दशरथात्मजः, I am the son I am here on the next side, and I am looking for my wife Sita. Then कबन्धः वदति प्रथमं मम देहस्य दहनं करोतु तदनन्तरम् अहं तस्य उपायं वदामि. So रामेण सह व्यापारं करोति, trying to do business with Rama because the reason पूर्वजन्मे कबन्धः एकः गन्धर्वः आसीत्, and he used to torment all the rishis. And so one rishi, Stulashira namna rishi, cursed him that may you get a wretched body. So Kabandha's Rakshasa body is described before. He is described as having a big stomach, Vipulodhara. He has only one eye, that is in his stomach, not in his head. He does not have a head. Those of you who have seen Monster University movie might resonate with it. दहनं कृत्वा कबन्धः तस्य गन्धर्वशरीरं प्राप्तवान्. तदनन्तरं वदति श्रूयतां नाम वक्ष्यामि सुग्रीवो नाम वानरः रात्रा निरस्तक्रुद्धेन बालिना शक्रसूनृणा. शृणोतु ऋष्यमुखपर्वते सुग्रीवनाम प्लवङ्गः भवति. सः अपि भार्याविहीनः, सः अपि राज्यं विहीनः. He is also deprived of kingdom, he is also deprived of his wife, and friendship is best between two equals. It's very rare to see all those fantasy friendships between a rich guy and a poor guy. Always between. So, idam shruत्वा रामः ऋष्यमुखं गच्छति. समीपे पंपा नदी भवति. पंपा सरोवरम is in Nepal, China. Pampa Nadi is in Karnataka. तौ पुष्करिण्याः पंपायां स्थिरमासदाय पश्चिमम् अपश्यतां ततस्तत्र शबर्या रम्यमाश्रमम्. There they see a beautiful ashramam, that is Shabaris. So Shabari is a shishya of rishis who met Rama in Chitrakuta, and they, after seeing Rama, they went to Brahmaloka. तौ च दृष्ट्वा तथा सिद्धा समुत्थाय कृताञ्जलि रामस्य पादौ जग्राः लक्ष्मणस्य च धीमतः पाद्यमाचमनीयं च सर्वं प्रादाद्यद्भाविनि रामोवाच ततो राम श्रवणीं संशितव्रता. These are all blessings. Shabari, she is Rama. She offers water to wash his feet, water to drink. Usually after this, what questions we ask old lady? सकुशलं वा, तस्य आरोग्यं कथं भवति इत्यादि. रामः विचित्रप्रश्नानि पृच्छति. कच्चित्ते निर्जिता विघ्नाः, कच्चित्ते वर्धते तपः, कच्चित्ते यतः क्रोधः, आहारश्च तपोधने, कच्चित्ते नियमाः प्राणः, कच्चित्ते मनसः सुखं, कच्चित्ते गुरुशुश्रूषां सदा चारुभाषिणी. यथा वयं सकर्म कर्तुम् इच्छामः तदैव विघ्नाः आगच्छन्ति. Whenever we try to do any good work, only then we will see obstacles. We never see obstacles for doing stupid things. So, kachitte vardate tapah. So, is your penance increasing day by day? Sometimes what we do, we'll do 108 Gayatri Japa, we'll end up doing 10. Next day we'll end up doing 1, next day we won't do. It is important for students to always have increase in their practice. So, kachitte niyata krodha. So whenever you are whenever you are doing penance, then your anger increases. And it is important to control anger. So if someone is trying to help, you tell, Astu, in an angry manner. You say, leave it, I don't want any help. So it's important to control your anger. Aharascha tapodane. Yata aharam tata manushya. What you are, what you eat. So in this aspect, Vedanta Deshikar has written a text called Ahara Niyamam, where he tells what and all you have to eat, how you are supposed to eat. So if you want a sattva, sattvika mindset, you are not supposed to eat onion, garlic and other prohibited items. You are only supposed to eat vegetables that are grown natively. So eating capsicum, potatoes are wrong. इदं श्रुत्वा शबरी वदति अद्य प्राप्ता तपस्सिद्धि तव सन्दर्शनाम्नया अद्य मे सफलं तप्तं गुरुवश्च सुपूजिताः चित्रकूटं त्वयि प्राप्ते विमानैरतुलप्रभैः इतः ते दिवमारूढा यानहं पर्यचारिष्यामि. Only by today, by seeing you, my all my penance is fruitful. Today, by seeing you, all my gurus who I served, I have been honored. They have been honored. And then she tells that the gurus whom I served, when they saw you Chitrakutam and they went to Brahmalokam, before leaving they said that wait for Rama and do his seva. So here I would like to take a last one from Divya Prabandham. Angana Nalatarsa Abhimana Bandhamai in public Pakatiya, Sangamera Parko, Vandalai Kaidam, Ingri Maisida, Tamari Pure, Sengan, so red eyes. So she describes the eyes of the Pasman describes the eyes of Bhagavan. Chakshusha Tavasaugina, Utasmi Raghunandana, Gavishyamya Shayan Lokan, Tava Prasada Arindama. By looking at your beautiful eyes, I will reach wherever my gurus are. Adi Shankara also has made a nice verse on the eyes of Rama. Kanjata Patrayata Lochanaya, Karnavatam Sojvala Kundalaya, Karunya Patraya Suvanshajaya, Namostu Ramaya Lakshmanaya. Now after this, Shabari shows all the fruits and trees and forests in her ashram. And then Shabari Darshayamasa Tavuho Tarpanam Mahat Pashyamega Garam Pratyam Rugapakshi Samakulam Matanga Vanamityeva Vishrutam Raghunandana. So she shows all the trees and flora fauna, and there is an entire sarga describing all the beauty on that. So I read somewhere online when preparing for this that Sanskrit suffers from adjectivitis. Instead of telling that Rama shot killed Ravana with an arrow, you tell Rama shot an arrow that pierced through the skies, made a thunderous sound, and then pierced in one instant. So after this, after showing all these, showing the ashrama, Savadat, Krishnam Mahamidam Shotavyam Shikam Paya, Tachidamya Chadichamya Yanudyata, Vaktumeta Pulivaram. So I have shown you all this. Now I would like to give up my body and go to the higher lokas. Rama Havadati Architoham Tvaya Gacchakamam Yatasukam. I am pleased with your devotion. You may go wherever you want. So he didn't tell you may go to Vaikuntha. He said you may go wherever you want. Kimartam? Shabari, as we said before, Shabari is the resemblance of Guru Seva. So she has served her gurus with utmost devotion. So Rama says, wherever your gurus are, there you can go. But in the case of Jatayu, he said, Mayatvam samanupyato gacha lokan anuttaman. He says in a commanding manner, you have to go to Vaikuntha. First, Jatayu was alone. So Rama came on his own. So after this, after Shabari goes to the higher worlds, Rama Puna Rishyamukam Gachati. Idam Samayam, this is the spring season, Chaitra Masam. So during this time, all the trees are blossoming. It's a very beautiful scenery. But Rama is sad. Mam tu shokabhis santaptam madava pidayanti vai bharatasya cha dukkena madhyekyam haranena cha. All this beauty, but I am tormented by the sorrow of Sita's separation and also having to not go with Bharata back to the kingdom. So, tasya drishtaiva tam harshadindriya chakam pare sa kamavashamapanna saumitri iti mabravi. So, after Rama describes all the flora and fauna, in fact, we will see a couple of birds. So, Supushpitan, all the flowers have blossomed. And then, and then one verse we take. Esha Datya Supushpitamstu Pashyeman Karnakaran Samantataha Bhatakapati Sanchannan Naran Pitam Naraniva. So all the flowers here are yellow in color and fully blossomed, and they look like people who are wearing yellow dresses. And then he describes the entire sarga is dedicated to just describing how it looks. Ayam hi daitas tasyaha kado ruchirat karanaha kokila kula simanto daitaya mamanata. So he says that all these kokilas, the cuckoos, they are making such beautiful noises, and this all this beauty reminds him of his separation from Sita. So here, usually whenever we take Bhagavan's name, Narayana, we don't just tell Narayana, we tell Sriman Narayana. Why do we tell that? Because Matut Pratyaya is generally used for establishing Nitya Sambandha. So whenever you want to establish that two things are inseparable, then you use Matut Pratyaya. So when we say Sriman Narayana, it means Narayana with Lakshmi. Then after hearing all this, Lakshmana replies, Lakshmana Sanstamba Ramam Bhadram Te Mashucha Purushotamaha Netradarsham Atirmanda Bhavatya Kalushatmana Smrta Viyogajam Dukkam Yajasneham Priyejane Atisneha Parishwangat Vartiradrapi Dakhyati. So it tells, so if you look at only this verse in isolation, then he wrestler, and he was married to a very beautiful woman. And so when in Sri Rangam, when the Utsavar was being taken around the streets, he was carrying an umbrella for his wife without paying attention to the procession. So Sri Ramanujacharya, on seeing this, is very perplexed. With such a beautiful Utsavar, why are you focusing on a woman? So what he does is, he takes Dhanurdasa, goes to the inner Sanctum Sanctorum of Sri Rangam, and then tells, show me the same eyes which you showed to Tirupanalvar. So Tirupanalvar in Amaranath tells one very interesting very interesting பாசனம். இறைவனாக வந்த அவன உணர்கின்ற அமரராகிய அது அரங்க கமலன் முகத்து கரியவாகி படை பறந்து மிளிர்ந்து செவ்வரியோடி நீண்டவர் பெரியவாய கண்கள். So your long beautiful eyes show the same eyes which you showed Tilkamagvar to this Damodas. This is takes up more religious here. So, and here Hanuman wants to get information from Rama first, but he ends up telling his name. Praptoham Preshikastena Sugrīvena Mahatmana Rajya Vanara Mukhyanam Hanuman Nama Vanaraha. I forgot that I had to hide myself. I am Hanuman. I am minister of Sugrīva, and he has sent me to inquire about you. So Hanuman will make a very bad spy. So idam sarvam shruva Rama kinchidaphi na vadati. Lakshmanan prati he asks Lakshmana to speak instead, because Rama Rajakumarah, Sugrīva api Rajakumarah. Hanuman सुग्रीवस्य मंत्रिणः लक्ष्मण रामस्य अनुजः, किन्तु वनवासे he is everything. He is brother, he is minister, he is helper, so he is also the minister in this case. So Rama asks Lakshmana to talk again, because this is a conversation between equals. You cannot be a king and then talk to a mantri. That will lower your status. But before Lakshmana can even reply, Rama stops and uses Hanuman's oratory skills. Nandruk Veda Vinitasya Nayajur Veda Dharinaha Na Sama Veda Vidusha Shakyameva Vibhashitu. So only a person who has mastered all the Vedas can speak so beautifully. Nunam Vyakaranam Kritsnam Anena Bahudashratam Vyaharatanena Nakinchit Apashabditam. So he is not telling one bad word also. Nowadays in our hostels, you will just go out of your room and you will hear Shabdas every now and then. So he was able to speak without any he was able to speak good. He was able to speak well. And he is also a master of Vyakarana. So in Sanskritam we have 9 different Vyakarana systems: Aindram, Sandram, Kashakritsnam, Kaumaram, Shakatayanam, Saraswatam, Apiyam, Shaka and Panimyam. So for now there are only a few which are predominant, but Hanuman learnt all these 9 from Surya Bhagavan. Surya Bhagavan is Hanuman's guru. Rama continues describing. Namukhe netrayorvapi lalate cha ruvostata avistaram asandiktam avilambitam akrutam. So he is neither extending all the words as if he is singing. He is not doing an alapanam, nor is he rapping by telling very fast. He has the right pace. And when he is speaking, all of his eyes, his face, his body's expression, everything is perfect. And his speaks in such a manner that even his enemies will listen to him before attacking. This Tulsidas also mentions the doha. Vidyavan Punyati Chatur Ramakaja Kariveko Atur. So Hanuman is Rama Vagni Srimariti Hanuman Prashansa Kritavan. So here Hanuman got the title of Vagni Sriman, one who is great with oratory skills. And Hanuman, now after all these pleasantries, Hanuman takes Rama and Lakshmana to Sugrīva. Atra Ramah tasya तथा अवदत् Sugrīva api tasya katha bhavati. Then sarve Shrutva, they do friendship in presence of Agni. Tato kim deepyamanam tau chakradushcha pradakshinam Sugrivo Ragavaschaiva vayasyatva upadata. So in the presence of fire, they solemnize their friendship. And then here Sugrīva does a small avachara, Bhagavad avachara. He didn't offer a seat to Lakshmana, he offered a seat only to Rama. So he did Bhagavad avachara. Bhagavan forgives Bhagavad avachara. You can curse Bhagavan how much ever you want, the punching bag. But if you touch his Bhagavatas, he gets offended. So we'll see how this happens. Upakara phalam mitram vinitamne mahakave valinantam karishyami tava balyapaharinam. So Rama tells, I promise to kill Vali and bring back your wife to you. At this moment, I came across a very interesting shloka. Sita kapindrakshana darjaranam rajiva hemajwala nopamadi Sugrīva Rama pranaya prasange vamanetrani samam spuranti. So twitching of an eye is a very important symbolism in ancient Indian philosophy. It is believed that the twitching of right eye for men is very ominous, and twitching of left eye for women is also very ominous. So therefore, Vali and Ravana, Vali is Indra and Raja is Ravana. Their left eye is twitching, so they are getting bad luck. Sita's left eye is twitching, so Sita is getting good luck. Rama and Lakshmana's right eye are twitching, so they are also in good luck. So at this moment itself, you know, Ramayana is done tested. But we still have 3 days of Navaham, so please do not. So after this, Sugrīva remembers that in Aranyakanda he saw that Sita, when she was getting abducted, she threw some bangles when Ravana was just too ecstatic to not notice this. Atmana panchamam mam shainatake sthitam uttariyam tayasatyam shubhanyabhara nanicha. So Sugrīva tells that a few days ago I saw a woman throwing her clothes, silver clothes, I mean silk cloths and golden ornaments. So Rama and Lakshmana only came in the guise of ascetics. Sita came as a proper royal lady. Then Rama Avarnani Drishtva Rudati. Oh, Rudati. Pashya Lakshmana Vaideshya Sankyektam Krinyamanya Uttariyam Idam Bhumau Sharira Bhushanani Cha. So these Lakshmana all look at ornaments. So Rama is crying so much he identified properly. He is not in the best of it. So Lakshmana Avarnani Pushpa Vadati Naham Janami Yeyode Naham Janami Kundari Nupure Tvapi Janami Nityam Padavi Vandanat. I ornaments, I don't know how that she was wearing silk cloth also. But he only but humans are better than machines at machine learning. So daily he was doing Padavandanam for Rama and Sita. Usually you do it for your parents, but for Lakshmana, Rama and Sita were equivalent to parents. So daily when he was doing for 14 years, he only saw the ornaments which are put in the legs. Rama Krudhati. So now Rama gets angry, gets emotional. Mama Daita Tara Vananta Rajani Charena Vimathya Sa Kataya Mamaripum Tamatyavai Plavagapate Yamasadanam Nayami. So at this moment he gets very angry and he says that take me to wherever that Ravana is, I will kill him at this instant. Then Sugrīva Smare Maya Vyasanam Praptam Bharya Virahajam Mahad Vimrushanvai Svaya Buddhya Nuttimanava Sidati Yeshokam Anuvartante Na Tesham Vidyate Sukham Tejasta Kshiyate Tesham Natvam Shochitam Arhasi. So he tells, I am also deprived of my wife. I have also cried like this. Now I am normal. If you cry, you will only waste your energy. So he tells for a lot of factors. Natvam Shochitam Arhasi. Natvam Shochitam Arhasi. Natvam Shochitam Arhasi. Keeps on telling, don't cry, don't cry, don't. Just now Rama had that talk of Lakshmana, but still he needs a reminder from that. Ramah Pruchati Katam Valivadam Katam Shakyam. How can we kill Vali? Before that, Sugrīva has a couple of doubts. Ragavo Indavekayam Padangushkena. About the story of Dundubi. So Dundubi was the reason for the split between Sugrīva. So once Dundubi came to challenge Vali, beat Dundubi to pulp, and then he threw his body. He threw the body lots of very far. And he asked, you should also be able to do, because if I have to win, you should be able to defeat Vali. Ragavo Dullavekayam Patanguштena Leelaya Tolayitva Mahabahu Chikshekam Dashayoja Asurasya Tunam Shushkam Padanguштena Veeryavan. So, mighty one, there is the dead body of Dundubi. You have to also throw his body 10 yojanas away. Again, we recall that yojana is how much Ulapkat can travel from sunrise to sunset. So, Dasha yojana is a lot. So, one yojana comes around to be around 50 kilometers. So, Dasha yojana is 100 kilometers. So Rama is also able to pass this test. He just touches Dundubi's body with his toes and then this so he still has a doubt. He has a very interesting logic. So after Dundubi died, there was water content in his body. That water content has evaporated, and water is 70% of our body. So the weight has decreased, has lost 70% of its weight, and you are throwing. Vali threw 100%. So I still doubt your strength. Rama idam shrutva chintayati. Now I will have to do something that will instill 100% confidence in it. So Sugrīva tells Vali is able to. So Sala is a type of tree. Sala. So he is able to shoot down one tree with one arrow. So Rama idam shrutva chintayati. Aham ekasharena saptasalan. So I will use one arrow to destroy 7 trees. In fact, he doesn't tell 7 trees, he tells the number 7. So after listening to this, all the quantities which are associated with 7, the 7 horses, the 7 colors, everybody got scared because he didn't specify which 7 he is going to destroy. So, Shena Bhavata Raghunandana, Atra Shakyam Balam Gyatum, Tavava Tasya Vadikam, Atram Shushkam Yetas, Samudragavartaram, स एव संशयस्तात् तव तस्य च यद्वये सालमेकं तु निर्भित्या अवेद्यतिर्बलाबले. So Sugrīva asks to do this test of this one. Here there is a recent Ramayana composition by Villur Ramaswamy. He has composed a work known as Mandasmita Ramayana. In this, he describes the entire Ramayana, but he is addressing Rama directly here. Instead of the third person narration, here it's in the second person. And so in that I'll quote what was Salan Saptatata Dharamapi Sharainekena Vetupura Padabje Tatam Prada Te Shamsato Vikraptasya Krisham Vilokya Sukrata Mododikam Chestita Yan Mandasmita Manane Tavabhau Tatsatyam Etat Prabhu. So it tells that, O Rama, you were able to destroy the 7 trees, and then it went through the and beneath the and then came back to this river. After seeing this, Sugrīva fell at his feet. So usually when you see some very skilled person, you fall at their feet, telling that, make me your disciple, teach me your skills. So similarly, Sugrīva falls at Rama's feet, and on seeing that Sugrīva has finally been convinced, Rama, the poet is asking Rama, show that same smile which you had to Villur. So Villur is a place in Tamil Nadu, close to Punjab, and it is said that the farmer over there has the most beautiful face. The sun. After this, Sugrīva Kishkindam Dattva Vali Ahvayat. So he challenges Vali to a duel after looking at his prowess, being convinced, and then but Vali beats Sugrīva this time because both Vali and Sugrīva are like Vanar Jati, so they are looking like the same to him. So he's not able to differentiate. That is one reason. Another reason is a few minutes ago you were telling that Sugrīva did Bhagavad Apcharam by not giving seed to Lakshmana. So now Rama Lakshmanam Gajapushpam Dadatu. So he is telling Lakshmana to give a Gajapushpam to Sugrīva so that he can identify. We need Pope Chinnam Astiva. So they are asking if there is any marker we can put to separate these two monkeys. So when Sugrīva receives this Gajapushpam, that is a gift from Bhagavata, his Bhagavad Apcharam is finished, and now he is able to get the blessings of Sri Rama. Tato Ramo Dhanapushpani Stavubhau Samudikshyato Anyonya Sadrishau Gira Bhutau Deva Vivashvinam Alankarena Vena Pramanena Gadena Cha Tamcha Sugrīva Vali Cha Sadrishau Sta Paras. So now they are able to differentiate between Vali and Sugrīva. And Punarapi Sugrīva Ahvayati. Punarapi they fight again, but this time Rama shoots the arrow from behind. He secretly hides and he shoots the Vali. Before this, Tara gets suspicious the second time. What Tara did was she heard from some Vanaras that Rama is Ikshvaku Vamshi. is Dasarathaja, is here on Vanavasam. Rashita Saukruta, Hito Darta Nidam Vachana. Yodhyadipate Putrau, Shurau, Saharadurjayo, Ikshvakunam Kulejato, Pratitau, Ramalakshana. Nimasa Vriksha Sadhunam, Apannanam, Paragati, Arthanam, Samshaya, Shriva, Yashas Chaita, Bhajana. So these are good men. They have come here to help Sugrīva. Means something is wrong, please don't go. She is telling this out of love. But Vali to this Vali Vati Dharmakyashta Kritakyashta Katam Papam Karishyati Nivartasva Sahastribihi Katam Bhuyono Gacchasi. Rama is knows Dharma means one who is aware of Dharma. Kritakya means one who is aware of what others have done to him. So he is aware of all the good actions done. How can such a person do papam? Papam katam karishyati. How can he do? You don't get scared, you go back to your inner chambers. Now, a very beautiful description of Padivata. Tato Ramo Mahadye Patam Drishtva Harishwaram Sharam Cha Vikshate Viro Valino Vadakaranat Radhavena Mahabano Valivakshasi Patitaha Tatastena Mahateja Viyauta Sikta Kapishwaraha Vegena Vihato Vali Nipapatam Mahitale. So again, the elaborate description tells that Vali fell down like as though when Vali fell down to the ground, it was as if a thunder sounded. So after this, Vali Ram Shat Prashnaha Pruchati. He asks 6 questions. Vishayeva Purevate Yada Papam Karonyaham Nachatvama Vajane Chakasmatvam Amsa Kilvisham. So he asks, by what authority have you killed me? So this Rama Bhavati Ikshvakunam Yam Bhumi Sashaila Vanakanana Mrugapakshi Manushyanam Vigraha Pragrahavapi Tam Palayati Dhammatma Bharata Vakujuhu Charamo Vasudam Kritsnam Dharma Santanamikha. So he tells the entire land of Bharata is that of Ikshvaku face, and so even Kishkinda is under Ikshvaku's authority, and Ikshvaku is ruled by Bharata, who is a Dharmatma, and I am his representative in this forest, and so by this authority I am killing you. Second, Vidya Prashna. Phalamula Shanam Nityam Manaram Managocharam Mamiha Pratiyutyantam Anyena Cha Samagatam. So that we only eat the fruits and other things in the forest, and we are not interfering with your life. Why are you coming and killing me? And then he says that to this Rama tells Ratur Vartasi Bharyayam Tyaktva Dharmam Sanatanam Rumayam Vartase Kamat Snushayam Papa Karma Kritit. It doesn't matter if you are of the monkey species. What you have done is you have Sugrīva came to your feet and asked for forgiveness. As a king, you are supposed to forgive whomever does like this. And not only that, you also snatched his wife away from him. So for these reasons, I am killing you. Rama Rajapure Jato Dharmavaliti Vishwataha Abhavyo Bhavyarupena Kimatvam Paridavasi Vayam Vanachara Rama Mruga Mula Palashanaha Yesha Prakriti Asmakam Purushastvam Nareshwaraha. Raja Brahma गोपनश्चोर प्राणिपदेरतः नास्तिकपरिवेता च सर्वे निरयगामिनः. So he again asks a lot of questions. Rajas and Brahmanas are not supposed to पंचपक्ष ब्रह्मक्षत्रिय राघवः शल्यक वाविधौ बोधाः शशपूर्णश्च पंचमः. So in those days, Kshatriyas and Brahmanas were allowed to eat certain types of animals, including tortoises and fine-named species. But a monkey does not satisfy any of those. And then Vali accuses Katham Dasharathena Tvam Jata Papo Mahatmana. How did a noble soul like Dasharatha become your father? And then Chinna Charitra Kakshena Satam Dharmati Vartina. You have broken all the moral rules laid down by the sages by doing such a devious act. To this, Rama is quiet. Lakshmana tells that in fact, before this, he also bribes Rama. Maithili Mahamekanha Tava Chanita Van Bhavet Sugrīva Paṭṭābhiṣekam Yadaham Nihatas Tvaya Khante Vadva Pradyante Nihatam Ravanam Rani. So, if you had asked me instead of this weakling Sugrīva, I would have dragged Ravana by the neck and brought him to your feet. To this, Rama says, I don't want to take the help of papis like you. That will be a blot on my character. And Lakshmana replies that if he had, and then Vali asks this question, why did you attack me from the front? Why did you hide and attack me? And to this, Lakshmana tells that if he had attacked from the front, there are two reasons. One, when you are killing animals, you don't kill it from the front. You don't attack in those days when they are hunting tigers, they didn't do it from the front. Similarly, you are a monkey, I don't need to attack you from the front. Attacking from the behind is also. The second reason is that if Rama had come in front of you, then you would have fallen to his feet and asked, please forgive me. And such a sinner like you should not be forgiven. So, Rama attacks from behind. Idam Karani Shukva Valihi Vadati Sharavitatena Chetasamaya Pradushitasvam Yadajanata Prabhu Idam Mahendropama Nima Vikrama Prasaditasvam Shamatme Nareshwara. Forgive me for doubting you, O Rama. You are a noble soul. Now I realize my mistake. But now another question comes. Now everyone will tell that Sugrīva, you killed your brother by deceit and you got this kingdom. What did Vali get? Vali got. So to this Vali tells, let it be known to the world that I got Swargam, I got heaven, the kingdom of heaven, in exchange for Sugrīva getting Kishki. So, Tadanantaram, Tara comes, Tara cries, she has lost her husband. Angada comes, and then there are 2-3 sargas just spent on describing this death. After this, Rama asks Sugrīva Paṭṭābhiṣekam to be done. So Ramah Vanavasam Palanam Karoti. So he is following exile. So he cannot enter Nagaram Atah Na Agacchami Agavishyami. Instead, let Ravana go inside and do the coronation. And then he asks Angada also to be made as the crown prince. So again there is an entire sarga explaining the Sugrīva Paṭṭābhiṣekam. Abhishikte tu Sugrive sarve vanara pumbavaha prachukrushur mahatmano krishvastatra sahasrashah ramasya tu vachah kurvan Sugrivo hari pumbavaha angadam sampadishvajya Yauvarajye Vyashechayat. So when Sugrīva enters, all the monkeys are happy and jumping with joy. They give him coconut water to drink. They make a seat out of leaves, and Sugrīva immediately makes Angada as the Yuvaraja. And on this, all the Kishkinda Vasis are happy because he stuck to his word and he made Angada Yuvraj despite of the bad history between his father and Sugrīva. Bahuva Nagari Ramya Kishkinda Gavare Nivedya Ramaya Tada Mahatmane Mahabhishekam Kapivahi Nipatihi Zumam Chubaryam Pratilabhya Viryava Navaparajam Tridasha. So after this, the sarga describes the of Kishkinda and how Sugrīva is happy with his newly reunited wife and kingdom, ultimately one kingdom, and so on. But Rama will now stay outside Kishkinda in a small cave. What happens after that? Now, he tells that now it's Varsha Rutu, it will rain. It will be very difficult to go around in this rainy season. So we will take rest for 4 months. You also enjoy your newly reunited wife and kingdom. And beyond this, what happened, we will see in tomorrow's Kalakshepam by Shweta.
न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः भोगामणिभ्यश्नुमस्तित्यं लोकाः समस्तास्मिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यं पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी रसोऽयं सोमरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु विभयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधुना सदना सन्तु जीवन्तु सरदां शतं चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिकविस्तरम् एकैकमक्षरं प्रोक्तं महापातनाशनं श्रीमन् रामायणं भक्त्या यः पादं पदमेव वा स याति ब्रह्मणस्थानं विफला रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पदये नमः यन्मङ्गलं सहस्राक्षे सर्वदेवनमस्ते वृत्रनाशे सर्वभवत्तत्ते भवतु मङ्गलं यन्मङ्गलं सुपर्णस्य यदा अमृतं प्रार्थयानस्य तत्ते भवतु मङ्गलम् अमृतोत्पादने दैत्यान् घ्नतो वज्रधरस्य यत् अदितिर्मङ्गलं प्रातः तत्ते भवतु मङ्गलं दीं विक्रमाक्रमतो विष्णोरमिततेजसः यदा श्रीमङ्गलं राम तत्ते भवतु मङ्गलं धृतवत्सागराद्वीपा वेदा लोकान् शिशुते मङ्गलानि महाबाहो दिशन्तु सर्वतः कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि।
Parasharan, he requests Deepak sir to share a few words.
Namaste to everyone. It's indeed heartening to see the Ramayana being chanted and also someone giving exposition like this. The students' initiative, it is all about heartening. So happened that I was in Ayodhya yesterday.
Oh.
What more can I ask for? I had a very elaborate darshan of Lord Rama, and today I am here that I can share the Ayodhya Prasadam with all of you. There are some really interesting verses that he was quoting today. Which is, look at Ramayana as a treasure house of information. Other than this reverence, and we have, we know what a great Maryada Purushottam Rama was, and his love for Sita. In fact, those who have taken my course in Sanskrit, I always say this: the best story, the love story that you will ever read is that of Rama and Sita. You read Sundarakanda, you will know it. The kind of love that Rama had for Sita, and after her abduction, he could hear some of the shlokas that he literally goes mad, missing Sita so much. You get to have hello, sister. That's a very important shloka that he quoted. Smritva viyogajam dukkham yajasneham priyajane. Adisneha parishwangat vartir ardrapi dasyate. It is a very, some people have a problem with this interpretation, but I don't. Because if you really do the Anvaya properly, these two lines should go together. I mean, it is not wrong. See, when someone is really sad, there are ways in which you convince that person. Sometimes it's like Samadhana, what is it? Sarasa Samadhana, Veda and Danda. So you use all those techniques. Lakshmana uses one of those techniques. It's a very, very profound two lines. What is that? Smritva viyogaja dukkham. Remembering that this person is going to get separated from you someday. Today you start developing this passion. Smritva viyogajam dukkham yajasneham priyajane kadapi viyoga bhavet iti smritva adya eva priyajane priti yaja. Yajasneham priyajane. The word sneha has a very interesting meaning. What is sneha? Oil has another word, sneha. So he uses pun there. In the first line he says, Yajasneham priyajane. Second line, Adisneha parishwangat. By being in too much contact with sneha, in this line he is interpreting it as oil. Vartihi ardrapi dasyate. If something is wet, it is not supposed to burn. But in this case, this varti, this wick, is so much soaked in oil, that sneha, that even though it is wet, it is burning. So you get rid of this sneha, thinking of the day when you are actually going to get separated from this person. It's a very profound statement that Lakshmana makes. Very beautifully made. Because he has tried everything and nothing is convincing Rama. He says, hater. But it's not wrong. I mean, at that moment it is wrong, not wrong. And another very important, because Ramayana has all these things. It has love, there is in one of the sargas, there is the same Kishkinda Kanda. After, this guy, I'm sure all of us know the story. After his coronation, he forgets his promise to Rama. And he starts, frolicking, and he is in his own, merrymaking in his own world. And he sends a warning through Lakshmana. Then Sugrīva says a beautiful thing. He says, Sarvatha Sukram Mitram Dushkaram Paripalam. It is very easy to friendship, but very difficult to maintain. Why? Nityatvat tu chittanam pritihi alpopi krityate. Because our sentiments are so flickering, it is so transient. Even a small misunderstanding can break this friendship. So there's everything you can think of, and Rama's commitment to his father's, his promise to his father. He said, I am not going to enter the village or a city, and he says, please coronate Angada as a Yuvaraja, because he is very powerful. He is mindful of what might be going on in Angada's mind. I mean, you will see that in Sundarakanda, when Angada starts contemplating suicide. Because he is not able to cross, he says, I knew from day one that Sugrīva had this plan. He wanted to get me killed. Which is why he said, if you don't return in 1 month, I am going to kill you, and he has sent me because we won't be able to go back in 1 month. So Rama is mindful of all this, so he wants to reinstate the confidence in, see, it's all said and done, they are brothers. The very first sarga actually starts with Sugrīva's lamentation. In Sugrīva's coronation, sarga starts with Sugrīva's lamentation. He is crying so much that he is not interested in this Rajabhisheka at all. Then he is convinced, and Hanuma finally goes to Rama, and so this is such a beautiful, kavya. Eva Ramaniyam Sundaram kavya. There is no doubt about it. And I am really, really happy that students are doing this. And I also feel, I don't know what we are doing. But yeah, I'm really glad. I really pray to Lord Rama. Usually, when Rama and I started, different shlokas that glorify Rama are chosen, and that is used as benediction. One of them is Dharmatma Satyasandhacha Ramadasharathe Paurushecha Apratidhantaha Share Jehi Ravani. So this is actually used as a dhyana shloka to Rama. It's used in a very wrong context in Yuddhakanda. Lakshmana chants this and shoots an arrow to kill Indrajit. He would have tried every weapon, it would not have worked. He chants this and shoots an arrow that kills Indrajit. Dharmatma Satyasandhascha Ramo Dasharathe Yati. If at all, Rama is Dharmatma. If at all, he is Satyasandha. And Paurushecha Apratidvandva, he is unparalleled in valor. If Rama has three qualities, may this arrow kill Indrajit. And it does. So it is that Satya Sankalpa. The Rama is so truthful that Rama's Satya Sankalpa is invoked on the arrow. And it is so true that it helps. And it works wonders. Okay, so the Ramayana is full of these details. And as we just keep reading more and more every day, there is another shloka which is quoted, it's brilliant. It talks about Shakuna Shastra in Valmiki Ramayana. Sita Kapindra Kshanadacharana Rajiva Hema Jvalanopamani Sugrīva Srirama Pranaya Prasange Vamani Netrani Samspuranti. Beautiful line. In fact, if you do parsing, same Anvaya. Sita Kapindra Kshanadachara. You have Sita on one side, Kapindra Vali on the other, and you have Kshanadachara, which is Ravana. And how are their eyes? Rajiva Hema Jvalana Upamani. Sita's eyes are Rajiva Lochana. She is lotus petal. Okay. Hema, monkey's eyes are golden bluish, which is Vali's eyes. And Kshanadachara, Ravana, his eyes are red. Jvalana, not just red, fiery red. So all these, he is giving similes to the three kinds of eyes of Sita, Vali, Ravana, and then he says, Vamani Netrani Samamspuranti. As soon as Sugrīva and Sri Rama hugged each other and they became friends, at the same time these eyes, left eyes started flickering. I mean, you can imagine Valmiki's the poetic ability is you should actually read Sundarakanda. There is, I have said this in my quotes, if you don't know if you remember. He talks about fauna and flora of Tirunelveli. Tamraparani Grahajushtam Tarishyata Mahanadi. See, near Tamraparani, even now there is that Agastya Malai, and near Papanasam there is Agastya Malai, and there is a boat ride that you can actually take. In the evening, it is infested with crocodiles. Sugrīva, when he is giving directions to all his army to go down south, he says this. When you cross Tamraparani river near Agastya Malai, he says, go have first darshan of Agastya in his ashrama and carefully cross Tamraparani. What kind of Tamraparani is that? Tarishyata Mahanadim Tamraparani Grahajushtam. It is full of crocodiles, so be careful. You can imagine, see, this is not figment of anybody's imagination. When I was in Ayodhya yesterday, this is exactly what I felt. If it was a stupid story, somebody wrote it as a novel, a long novel, let us, for the sake of argument, assume, it could not have sustained for 5,000 years in the faith and hearts and minds of the people. I mean, you should all, whenever you get an opportunity, you should definitely visit Ayodhya and have Ramlala's darshan, which is, it's an experience in itself. And you will feel that, oh my God, this is the place which Lord Rama walked. It's such a beautiful, such a deep and profound, what a character. Again, when I spoke, he quoted the other book also. And Rama shows these ornaments to Lakshmana. He says, Naham Janami Keyure, Naham Janami, I don't know the Keyura, I don't recognize the Kundala, Nupuretu Vijanami. I can only recognize the Nupura, the anklets, Nityam Bala Vimandana. What a character Lakshmana is. With each character you just separate and just do a thorough analysis. In fact, Shuka and Sarana, there are two spies of Rama. So they come to do spying and they get caught by Rama. Because first I think Vidyuchikwa comes.
Shuka and Shardula.
No. Shardula comes later. Shuka Sarana come together. Shardula comes later. First Vidyuchikwa comes. Shardula comes in the form of monkey as a spy. He gets caught immediately because as a monkey you are supposed to do certain things and this guy doesn't know. So they immediately catch him. Then Shuka and Sarana come and Rama catches them. Then he says, you know what? There is again rule. See, the Dharmatma. He is Dharmatma. Why? Because he knows the rules of Dharma. You have come here as a spy. According to the Dharma Shastra, I am not supposed to be. You have gathered every information. Happily go and convey to Ravana. So these two guys go back to Ravana and they are explaining, Esha Chakravarti, Raja, blah 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 blah. This is Lakshmana, is a Mahatapasvi. Comes all the way to, yeah, this is Vibhishana. Esha Raja Vibhishana. These guys, he loses it. Ravana becomes very mad. I am the king and you are introducing Vibhishana as the king to me. Esha Raja Vibhishana. Then he gets so livid that he wants to kill them. Because of, again, there are the references to Ramayana you have to find in Puranantara. It's not one source of reference. You will have to keep jumping here and there. There is another Purana where it is referred that these people had a curse. Therefore, they have become Ravana's servants. And when the moment they sing the glory of Rama, they will get emancipated. So there is Esha Raja Vibhishana, Raja is Chakravarti Rama. So immediately they have glorified Rama. So their Papa is gone. All of us know. Just by saying Ra, all the Papas go away. And it seems Punah Pravesha Bhetya, Rakarochara Matrena, Mukhan Niryanti Pataka. As soon as you open your mouth to say Rama, Ra, all the sins will go away. Punah Pravesha Bhetya, and you have the fear that it might enter again. Maka Rastu Kavat. So you close your mouth by saying Ma. That's the greatness of Ramanama. Okay, and I wish you all the very best. May Lord Rama bless you all. Please continue this. Make sure that your next generation of students also continue this. And
Yeah, after 50-60 years of IT Madras, it has started this year. I'm really thankful to them and I congratulate them. This is really amazing.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I get that round of applause. This never happened in 8 Madras. I've been here for the last 16 years. In Vakshandar, I've been here for like more than 40 years. And it is the first time this has been happening. And this is really amazing. We just ensure that it should continue, number one. Number two is that somehow it should spread to other areas. That is something that is not easy, but it can be done. Just like how Vivekananda says that we continues in all AITs, so this can continue. That can be really a big thing. This is what I think. Thank you very much.
श्रीराम राम रामेति
रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने.
राम नाम वरानने.
I kindly request Professor Deepak sir to all these people.
Take photo. तत्किं वदानि तत् प्रसादम्. Stop streaming.
Yeah.